What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Rap Sheet Hollywood. We bring you the live, as fresh as commentary in Hollywood, but with a hip hop flair. I'm your host, the incomparable Poop Diesel, and today, man, we got a success story that only could come from New Orleans, man. We got to get it into my man Lil ELT in the building. Lil ELT, what's good with you, bro?
What's happening, baby? It's good to be here, man, and tell this story how it actually really is. You heard me?
That's right, man. Yo, you gonna tell the story, man. I'm gonna let you tell it how you tell it. For those who don't know, man, Lil ELT, 30 years later, in 1991, 92, he came out with the song Get the Gat. Here it is that it's made a remarkable comeback via TikTok. It was resurrected, 150 million views. Bro, man, talk to us, Lil ELT. How did that even come about? And how does that make you feel, bro?
Man, it just happened. I mean, one night I'm in the bed and my little nephew come let me know that this thing is going viral on TikTok and these LSU players have got to get the gas song in the background. So, I peeped it out, and as you can see, I was very excited when I saw it. So I said, I'm gonna keep following this and see how far it goes. Because at the time, LSU football team was doing their thing. Right. So the next day, I check it out, and the views are going up. And through the days, as I'm looking, it just started climbing. And all I needed was LSU to win this damn championship. And I knew there it was, you know what I'm saying? So it was, man, it was a feeling. I tell them right now, I'm still waking up, pinching myself. Just, it's unbelievable, bro.
Man, did you ever talk to any of the LSU players? Like, what made them select your song? I mean, of course, it must have been buzzing in your area, but what made them choose your song to kind of bring back the TikTok?
But actually, that resurrected with Sub Tweet Sean. He the one put the LSU players on it. You know what I'm saying? The YouTube influencer. So he was in the gym and he said it was picking through New Orleans songs, but when they grabbed on that Get the Gat, it just like, it went with what they was doing, you know what I'm saying? And it went from there. But he actually the one brought it to their camp and it blew up from there.
Now, I just want to make sure we give him his props. Who was that you said that brought it to them?
That's Sub Tweet Sean.
Okay, no doubt, man. That's dope, man. So, once it kind of blew up with LSU players, like who were some of the other people that kind of caught on and started reposting it or whatever? Like, how did it start growing from there?
Oh, man, I mean, it was going crazy, on TikTok with some of these famous artists out here doing. I mean, Lil Wayne, he mentioned in one of his interviews, we got Drake in New York scratching it in the New York club to Get the Gat thing. You heard with Jay-Z done a damn thing with Jay Electronic. He's spitting the hook on it, actually saying it how I said, get the gat. So just from that happening, man, that was a beautiful feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Like, success, man. Congrats to you, bro. I mean, your song kind of started the whole TikTok movement, man. Like, you look at what TikTok is doing now, it seems like, Get the Gat really got that really popping. And now people go to TikTok to just really find out how artists is doing in the industry. It's like almost a staple now. But, how's that feel for you? Where you really kicked off, like, how Soulja Boy says that he started the internet, where like kind of coming out and selling music on the internet. You could say that you really got TikTok popping, man. How's that feel?
Oh, that feels good. It feels really great hearing you say this. You heard me? So it is what it is. And for me to be right there with a retro song to blow it up like that and push TikTok and push these artists to do their thing on there, see what they're working with, is lovely, bro. It's lovely. And just to keep the artists in mind, if you sticking with it, man, you'd be surprised what your song could do. You know what I'm saying? Later on in life. But I love the game, so I'm gonna bring it. And there it is. 30 years later, hey.
Bro, the success of Get the Gat, man, it really shows the importance of doing proper business, like early on in the early stages of your career, man. Just talk a little bit about that, man, like how, you could, get your business tight so that, you could benefit from something 30 years later. Most people think, my song ain't even gonna be around 30 years later, but just talk a little bit about the importance of you doing proper business in the early stages.
I mean, well, actually, see the early stages, I was 16 years old when this song come out. So I wasn't too much with the business part of it because of my young age, and I really didn't have nobody behind me to put me on that game. But the best thing that happened through this is that the guys who was behind the song wasn't on their business. So when I was blessed 30 years later with my song coming back, I was able to take ownership. Now, come on, man, hey, I'm loving that. That's what it was meant for, I guess, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Well, that's the part of it that I really want to emphasize too, man, to my Rap Sheet Hollywood, people, man. It's like, doing your business correctly in the beginning, because when you first get in this business, you're just willing to sign anything. You're just kind of willing to get whatever. But, for you to 30 years later, be able to profit off it, to make sure you go back and get the paperwork and everything correct, man, that's what I think is really important, man. Is there any advice that you would give to people that, around getting that paperwork right? Like, what would you say?
If you're doing your music now, do your paperwork now. Get that straight. Because like I said, the guys I was dealing with, they wasn't on their game. So I lucked up and was able to control my music. Some guys later on in life, it might come back and it's going to grease the other guy's pockets and not yours. Right. So my best advice is do that business in the beginning. Right. Get it straight. That's the main part of the business. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're going to get your money. That business needs to be right. The song and everything, it's going to pop, but have that business right where you can get your bread.
Man, so was that more about publishing or like copyrights? Like, what was it that, in terms of getting your business right was like the most important thing for you?
The publishing and the copyrights. That was the more important, because when I look back at my copyrights, I didn't have, it wasn't even correct written on there and everything, because we done it. I was 16 years old, but I knew about the copyright part. Right. I ain't know about the publishing part. So, like I say, with it coming back all these years later and it wasn't done correctly back then, I was able to get the blessings off. Some cats might not be able to get the blessings if you got somebody else doing your business part, where you supposed to take care of your own.
Facts, man. Big up, Lil ELT, man. Big up to you, man. I had told some of my Rap Sheet Hollywood fans that we were gonna do this interview with you, and one question that they asked, and you know how the fans are, they said, ask him, how did he benefit from, the song 30 years later getting this 150 million views? How did he benefit, monetarily? And, what was the first thing that he might have bought when he started seeing a little bread?
What the first thing I probably brought? Look, I'm still holding that bread, you know what I'm saying? I'm not running through that bread. This 30 years later, it's not the 16-year-old no more. I know what to do with that bread this time, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm just collecting all of it in and I'm putting it back in with this Get the Gat. So that's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Just from me being older now, I got the experience, so I know what to do with that bread, baby.
Man, you heard what Nipsey Hussle said, man. All money in, no money out, bro. So yeah, definitely, man. You a lot smarter now. You know what I'm saying? You probably got more responsibilities, things. You're gonna be smart with your money, man. So big up to you. I hear that there's a Get the Gat remix coming, man, with some big stars, man. What, I know you can't tell me everything, but just tell me a little bit. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's coming. That Get the Gat remix is coming, and we not changing. That beat gonna be there, but we got some major artists I'm gonna put on there, hot major artists. You know what I'm saying? That's Get the Gat is due for that. So that's how we gonna close that chapter with that remix. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come this far, it's due for a remix. That's why it's back.
Man, beautiful, beautiful, man. Because, and just talk a little bit about bounce music overall, bro, because, it's interesting as I was, listening to the song, a lot of bounce music, of course, it's got that New Orleans Southern vibe, but it's kind of like you would take beats from other places that were popular and then you put your flavor on it. You know what I mean? So just talk a little bit about how, bounce music, and your song in particular has started to just grow and just, everybody's coming to it, and just what is bounce music?
I love that question, man. I like that question right there, because it is a differentiation. Now my music is bounce, but the unique about Get the Gat, it was made from an original beat. mostly New Orleans bounce, like you said, is backtracking, Trigger Man, or some hot club beats. But Get the Gat is like the only song in New Orleans bounce that's made with an original beat. He actually sat down and got on the drum machine and made that beat.
Right.
Only cuts and scratches is you hearing is samples, them saying in it, and before it's the beat, it's original. So that's the most unique thing about Get the Gat and all New Orleans bounce.
Wow. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Cool, man. So I would love to just really just get a little bit of background on you, man. Let's go backwards for a second, man. So a young little ELT, man, growing up in New Orleans, at that point in time, I think y'all was the murder capital of the world, man. Just talk about for you how you got your start in the business and what was it like growing up in that environment, man.
Well, back then, I'm running with my guys, my gang, and we done a lot of DJing, block parties, the schools and things, dances and things. So when we was doing the DJing, I may hop on the mic when he got an instrumental club beat bumping and do my thing. And before you know it, Get the Gat went to getting around through the hoods and everything. And so we gonna make a cut in the back room, in the living room. I'm by my guy DJ T House, 50 grand. We drop it and we put it on cassette.
Right.
And we put it out there. We selling it. They come into the house like we selling crack for Get the Gat. One song on a 90-minute tape. They come in they come in daily. They come in telling you somebody just stole my cassette. I need another one. So the demand got that far. The demand was so crazy. I'm going to clubs where I'm right there chilling, doing my thing. The DJ is right next to me selling my cassettes. He's recording it as he playing in the club and selling it to whoever want to Get the Gat. So from then we said, man, we got to put the song out. So that's when we took it and went to our actual studio. I dropped it, recorded it, and we put it on the streets. And the radio thing where you try to get your music played on the radio, that wasn't no thing for Get the Gat. The DJs came looking for me. When I tell you they looking for me, found me in the car in the parking lot at the old Whispers Club. He come to me, told me I need to Get the Gat now. I brought it to him, 293. The next day, I told you we had cassettes. He hurried up and recorded off cassette to a reel. By the time I made it out the building on Canal Street, my song was going off the radio. It was in demand that hard. It been a gym day one. It's just that I always wanted to go nation. I knew it could. And what a best way to be blessed, 30 years later with it for it to happen.
Bro, man, everybody knows about, the reputation in New Orleans that, it gets gangster down there, no question about it. How did that, growing up in that environment, how did that affect your music? I mean, even the name Get the Gat, you know what I'm saying? Like, talk about how that affected it.
Well, that Get the Gat was something else back then. I mean, like I say, when we used to do parties and dances at the club, we might do a school dance. Well, before we start, whoever's in charge is gonna let us know, do not play Get the Gat. I'm talking about this went on at different parties, school dances. Do not play Get the Gat. I'm in that DJ and we can't play our song. You know what I'm saying? But that's how Roy was with it back then. But it was still the hot song, but them schools wouldn't let you just pump it.
Right. That sound like F the Police by NWA. Like they wouldn't let them perform it, wouldn't let them do nothing, but that just made the demand even crazier.
Thank you. Exactly. Yes.
Man, no doubt, man. Look, I'm really, great to be able to meet you, man, and to interview you. I'm a fan now, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really know a lot before. Of course, man, shout out to my man Leonard Wyatt, man. He put me on. And I just been seeing it blow up, man. And I'm so in support of you. You always got a spot here at Rap Sheet Hollywood, man. Anytime, I'm saying, you in town, you in LA, let me know, man. Let's link up and keep doing what we do, man. But big ups to you, bro. I definitely want to just give you a solid salute, man. And any last words? Where can people find more of your music or your social media stuff? Give them a place where they can come check you out.
They can check me out on my Instagram under Lil ELT, my Facebook under Lil ELT, and peep it out as far as my social media. But I really appreciate you giving me this time, man. I'm loving this. First time in LA, and I'm hitting it up with you. Hey, it's all good, baby. I'm feeling this. Love here, baby, all the time.
That's what it is, man. Lil ELT, man, salute to you, bro. Thank you. Much more success. I can't wait to see the remix, man, and see what you do with that. Don't get too big for us when you can't come back and do no more interviews with us and everything, bro.
Never, baby. One up, baby.
So, man, be safe, man. Appreciate you. Salute, man. Lil ELT. Rapsy Hollywood, and we out.